In the labyrinth of life, we often find ourselves entangled in the snares of addiction, be it to substances, habits, or destructive emotions. But fear not, fellow travelers, for within the ancient philosophy of Stoicism lies a beacon of hope and guidance. Today, we embark on a journey together to uncover 9 profound Stoic lessons that will illuminate our path towards overcoming addictions and reclaiming our inner sovereignty. Lesson 1. Recognizing the tyrant within. The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. William James. In our quest for self-mastery, the first step is to recognize the tyrant within, the insidious force that enslaves us to our desires and impulses. Stoic philosophers teach us that true freedom lies not in indulging these desires, but in transcending them. By acknowledging the grip of addiction with unwavering honesty, we pave the way for liberation from its chains. The journey of self-awareness begins with introspection, as we delve deep into the recesses of our psyche to unearth the roots of our addictive tendencies. Through this process of self-examination, we come face to face with the inner tyrant, the voice that whispers seductively in our ears, enticing us to succumb to our cravings and desires. Lesson 2. Embracing the power of choice. Central to the Stoic ethos is the notion of embracing the power of choice. While external circumstances may buffet us like stormy seas, our inner citadel remains impregnable. By consciously choosing our response to adversity, we reclaim our autonomy and forge our own destiny. In the realm of addiction, this means recognizing that we have the power to choose a path of sobriety and self-control. The power of choice is a double-edged sword, for with it comes the responsibility to wield it wisely. As Stoic practitioners, we must cultivate the discipline to resist the siren call of instant gratification and embrace the long-term rewards of self-mastery. This requires a steadfast commitment to our principles and values, even in the face of temptation and adversity. Lesson 3. Cultivating resilience through adversity. The obstacle is the way. Marcus Aurelius. In the crucible of adversity, true strength is forged. Stoicism teaches us to view challenges not as obstacles to be avoided, but as opportunities for growth and transformation. In the throes of addiction, every setback becomes a stepping stone towards greater resilience. By embracing adversity with Stoic resolve, we cultivate the inner fortitude needed to overcome even the most entrenched habits. Resilience is not merely the ability to withstand adversity, but the capacity to grow and thrive in its midst. It is a quality forged in the fires of hardship and tempered by the wisdom of experience. As Stoic practitioners, we embrace adversity as a teacher and guide, recognizing that it is through our struggles that we discover our true strength and resilience. Lesson 4. Finding serenity in acceptance. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Reinhold Niebuhr. Central to the Stoic philosophy is the practice of acceptance, accepting that which we cannot change, and focusing our efforts on that which lies within our control. In the context of addiction, this means accepting our limitations and vulnerabilities, while also acknowledging our capacity for growth and transformation. By surrendering to the present moment and releasing our attachment to outcomes, we find a deep sense of inner peace and serenity. Acceptance is not resignation or defeat, but a conscious choice to embrace life on life's terms. It is a recognition of the inherent impermanence of all things and a willingness to surrender to the flow of life. As Stoic practitioners, we cultivate acceptance as a cornerstone of our practice, knowing that it is through acceptance that we find true freedom and peace of mind. Lesson 5. Harnessing the power of mindfulness. The present moment is the only moment available to us, and it is the door to all moments. Thich Nhat Hanh. In the hustle and bustle of modern life, it is all too easy to become lost in a whirlwind of distractions and stimuli. Stoicism teaches us the importance of mindfulness, of being fully present in each moment and attuned to the rhythms of our own inner landscape. By cultivating a practice of mindfulness, we develop the clarity and discernment needed to navigate the turbulent waters of addiction with grace and equanimity. Mindfulness is not merely a passive state of awareness, but an active practice of presence and engagement with life. It is a way of being that transcends the limitations of the ego and connects us to the deeper currents of existence. As Stoic practitioners, we cultivate mindfulness as a tool for self-awareness and self-mastery, knowing that it is through mindfulness that we find true liberation from the bondage of addiction. Lesson 6. Cultivating virtue as our North Star. The highest good is moral excellence, and the greatest evil is moral depravity. Seneca. In the Stoic tradition, virtue is not merely a lofty ideal, but a practical guide for living a life of meaning and purpose. By cultivating virtues such as courage, temperance, and wisdom, we align ourselves with the highest good and transcend the petty desires of the ego. In the realm of addiction, this means embodying the virtues of self-discipline and self-restraint, and striving towards a life of integrity and moral excellence. Virtue is not a static state of being, but a dynamic process of growth and development. It is a path that leads us towards the fulfillment of our highest potential and the realization of our true nature. As Stoic practitioners, we cultivate virtue as our North Star, knowing that it is through the practice of virtue that we find true fulfillment and meaning in life. Lesson 7. Practicing gratitude and contentment. In a culture that celebrates material wealth and external success, Stoicism reminds us of the importance of cultivating inner wealth, of finding contentment and gratitude in the simple joys of life. By practicing gratitude for the blessings that surround us and cultivating contentment with what we have, we free ourselves from the insatiable hunger of addiction and find true fulfillment in the present moment. Gratitude is not merely a passive acknowledgement of the good things in life, but an active practice of appreciation and recognition. It is a way of seeing the world through the eyes of abundance and recognizing the inherent richness of existence. As Stoic practitioners, we cultivate gratitude as a way of life, knowing that it is through gratitude that we find true happiness and contentment. Lesson 8. Seeking community and connection. No man is an island, entire of itself. Every man is a piece of the continent. John Donne. In our journey towards overcoming addiction, we must not walk alone. Stoicism teaches us the importance of seeking community and connection, of surrounding ourselves with kindred spirits who support us on our path to self-mastery. By fostering meaningful connections with others who share our values and aspirations, we draw strength from the collective wisdom and support of our fellow travelers. Community is not merely a collection of individuals, but a web of relationships that nourish and sustain us on our journey through life. It is a source of inspiration and encouragement, a reminder that we are not alone in our struggles and triumphs. As Stoic practitioners, we seek out community as a source of strength and support, knowing that it is through connection that we find the courage and resilience to overcome even the greatest challenges. Lesson 9. Surrendering to the greater good. In the final analysis, Stoicism calls us to surrender to a higher purpose, to transcend the narrow confines of the ego and align ourselves with the greater good of humanity. In the context of addiction, this means recognizing that our struggles are not just personal battles, but part of a larger tapestry of human experience. By surrendering our selfish desires and striving towards a life of service and contribution, we find fulfillment and meaning beyond measure. Surrender is not an act of weakness or defeat, but a conscious choice to align ourselves with the greater currents of life. It is a recognition that our individual desires and aspirations are but a small part of a larger whole, and that true fulfillment lies in serving something greater than ourselves. As Stoic practitioners, we surrender to the greater good as a way of life, knowing that it is through surrender that we find true purpose and fulfillment. Through the practice of self-awareness, mindfulness, and virtue, we reclaim our inner sovereignty and forge a path towards lasting freedom and fulfillment. Let us embark on this journey together, fellow travelers. and discover the transformative power of Stoic wisdom in overcoming addiction and reclaiming our truest selves. If you think the knowledge of this video is valuable, I would be grateful for leaving a thumbs up and considering subscribing. And since you have reached the end, write in the comments what topic you would like me to discuss in the next videos and add some wisdom from your life experience. I will be happy to read about your experiences. Looking forward to see you soon.